7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
All power to the people. It's the Bruh Listen Podcast, the black podcast focusing on social political issues and how they affect our community. With your hosts, Cedric Owens, Brittany Brown, and Anthony Rogers. Bruh Listen.
Chill.
Hola.
Bruh Nation, what's good? We thought we wasn't going to be back, but we back.
Hey.
My equipment is whack,
Bitch.
but we back
We
in
ain't
it.
doing no Facebook Live this time.
We ain't doing no
No,
Facebook
not-
Live.
no,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't feel like it.
All right.
Well, it's probably because it's almost 9 o'clock. So we're going to try to get this one out the way.
Right.
You can find Bruh Listen on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and wherever you find your podcast provider, iTunes, Podbean, whatever. So this week I was thinking about, boy, y'all remember Bria and Matt was on this show?
Do we?
I'm asking. Do you remember Brittany? Did you watch Bruh Listen with Bria and
Of
Matt?
course I did.
Cuz you
I'm
remember
about
Bria
to
and
say,
Matt on
don't
the
do
show?
that.
The whole vibe of the show different.
Who are those people? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey man, it was.
Shout out to
Good,
Bria.
I
We-
like
I
both.
make
I
sure
like
like
both
Bria.
vibes to be honest or whatever. But you know, I wish Matt was back. I like.
I was thinking about that, bro. This show really done changed a ton because the vibe from Bria and Matt to me, you, and Bria to me, you, and Brittany to me, you, Brittany, and your Adonis to me, you, and Brittany again.
The reason why
whole show
the
vibe
reason why I like Matt on here because he's a real contrarian.
He's
and
definitely-
he ain't really stand on the shit or whatever he was going against. It was just because everybody else going against it. I got to say this.
Yeah.
You gotta go against the
And it was
grain.
cool because he did have some intellectual arguments to go against the shit or whatever. So hey,
definitely
Matt,
sparked debate.
my nigga. God damn, you still my nigga, dog.
Yeah, I fuck with Matt. I need to find where Matt at.
I just don't know if you suck dick or not.
He still ain't answer.
He still ain't answered that question.
We assuming
At
that
this
you don't.
point,
But you know what they say
Of
about
course.
assumptions.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
You making that?
Hey, I don't care if you suck dick, man.
And Bria, I still want you, boo. I still want you to be
I
my
thought you were about
wife.
to say I still want you booty. But
I do.
Bria is like what's the bitch that's the mayor for Georgia?
Oh yeah, Kendra Bottoms.
Keisha Bottoms.
Keisha Bottoms.
Yes.
It's like you a bad bitch, but you got too much integrity.
Yeah, she got so much integrity. And
That's women's downfall in society, in humanity.
Is integrity?
Is integrity and dignity. Because if y'all didn't have so much integrity and dignity, y'all could run the fucking world.
That's probably true.
You think y'all pussy is valued too high. I mean, you think too much of your pussy.
Boy, I'm with you when you're right. I ain't got nothing
I
to say.
have no rebut to
You
that
got something
right
to
now.
say?
I ain't got no rebut to
Like
that.
Michelle Obama must think that her pussy
No,
is gold.
I don't,
Bitch,
But you know what? I don't think that.
I can get your pussy on 45th for $25.
I do think that women at times do overprice their pussy for certain scenarios and situations. And then again, I do think that women sometimes don't use the power of the pussy in scenarios that they should.
I mean, y'all are. It's some women that's smart and
Smarter too.
Yeah,
like that.
smarter and
I'm still convinced
But when
Hillary
you
Clinton the
smart,
smartest
if you
woman on
smart
earth.
and you know how to use a pussy right, you a bad bitch.
Clinton is not the smartest woman
She's
on earth
pretty damn
because
smart she's done committed all the murders, ain't got caught, and she was almost president of the world.
The reason that she
Earth,
of Earth, nigga.
well, I guess so because you know
gotta be
what.
smart to get away with that shit.
The presidency, running for the presidency, it is a popularity contest. All right, so
And that's why she ain't win.
mostly every president have been elected because they're popular.
Because if we was doing that
It's like
shit,
fuck their policies.
if we was doing that shit based on a resume and character and qualifications for the job, she win by a landslide.
How do y'all feel before we get into the topics about Biden saying that I'm going to pick a woman or whatever, and I'm going to pick a woman of color? How do y'all feel
like
about
he
it?
did it because he knows that's what he got to do to win.
Yeah, he got it.
Pander, Biden, pander.
I don't like it.
You got to get the women vote, number one. And with all this shit going around about him and this whole like sexual harassment things that he got going on, got to buy over the women. Then he also got to buy over black or people of color. He got to buy that over too. So why not
Killing
do it
two birds with
twofold?
one stone.
Right, because he already know he gonna get the white
Here's
people
why
on
I'm
his
with
side.
it. Let me tell you why I'm with it. Like I said on the episode, we was talking about Joe Biden or whatever, and why we should vote for Joe Biden or why we think we should vote for Joe Biden or whatever. The nigga gonna die any damn way. So then I get motherfucking Stacey Abrams as president. I'm cool with that.
I'm not.
Pick Michelle.
But first of all,
Michelle said she want no part of this
if
shit.
Michelle ran for president, she would win.
She would.
Or whatever. But that's a popularity thing. It's not a policy thing.
But the same thing with Biden. The reason why
You don't like
Biden
Stacey
is,
Abrams'
but the reason why I
policies?
feel like Biden is in the situation he in,
I don't like her as a leader.
popularity sit too.
Wait. You don't like
Say that
Stacey
again?
Abrams as a leader?
I still feel like the reason why Biden is in the situation that he's in is because also popularity. Because Biden is not the better. Biden technically was not the better candidate.
He's Obama's lackey.
He's not.
He wasn't.
Biden is the candidate because the Democratic Party prospects him as the best to win.
Same reason why they picked Hillary over Bernie.
Yeah,
Well, they
same
should have picked
reason.
Bernie, and they should
Whatever.
have picked Bernie this
But he
time.
is not.
They should have picked Bernie this time. They should have picked Hillary.
Yeah.
They should have picked the only time they got it right was Obama.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But again, see,
I don't like Stacey Abrams because I don't like Stacey Abrams.
Here, okay, let me say
For
this
one
too.
thing, I'm not. No, I'll get into this later or whatever. But I don't want to get into why I don't like Stacey Abrams.
No, go ahead. This is the show for it. Go ahead.
Thing or whatever.
Why you don't like Stacey?
I don't
First of
really
all-
like her either, but I know
ahead.
my reasons ain't the same as Cuz. I can tell you that.
First
I don't
of
have-
all,
any
I don't
too
trust
much
anybody to judge the presidency and the government of America with other shit if they don't have discipline.
Okay, explain.
I don't think that she has discipline.
What do you mean by it go like for people?
She's a big bitch. You brought it out, man.
So this nigga don't have discipline because she fat?
Yes,
Wow.
This is where we at, man.
Do we not?
I just want to say she don't have discipline.
Not all fat
That's
people.
no.
Not all people who are heavy set are fat, and I'm one of them. It's
But
not because
You don't have
discipline.
discipline, Brittany.
It's not. I'm not talking about me. I'm
I
just talking
know.
about in general, but not.
But you are the big
but you
woman
don't-
on this.
But you don't. You can't.
Every person-
You can't sit up here and say that. Oh, because she's fat, she don't have discipline. Because you don't know she has underlying issues that's causing her to be that way.
No.
You don't know.
No.
Now you can say with me.
No, I
don't
can't
have
say
any
that.
underlying
Let me
issues.
tell you why I can't
No,
say
you
that.
can't.
Let me tell you
because
why.
she has thyroid issues.
You
Then she's
telling me
gonna
I
have issues.
Okay, well you're telling me I can't, but I can tell you why I can.
So because she
So
has,
let me tell you why I can or whatever. Because when people say that, oh, it's an underlying issue and it's a reason why you can't do this and do it and that, that's a bullshit.
I'm not saying she can't.
That's a bullshit excuse.
I think
because that's a
you're
bullshit.
saying-
No,
I think you're equating her weight or her being heavy
With her
set
decision making.
with her having non-discipline is fucking stupid. Honestly,
Let me tell you
Because
why.
that doesn't make her less healthy or none of that stuff.
no, yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Let me
You
tell you
don't know
why.
her- you don't know her
Can I-
history, her health issues.
Can I explain
I
why?
think
Not
that's
that
very-
big.
I want no.
right,
Yes, she
that's
is.
not very-
She's fucking
that's-
huge.
she's
That's
Let me tell you
on
why.
TV, but
I-
that's very irresponsible.
Can I?
of you.
Can I explain why?
She's overweight, but she's not that big. Go ahead, Cuz.
I just want to explain why.
Go ahead.
Or whatever.
I was just listening to you and Brick.
Or whatever,
argue.
because when you say that you being big is not a factor in you being healthy, that's a lie.
I didn't
First
say
of all,
that. I didn't say
you
that.
just said that.
I said that doesn't mean that she's not healthy.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
You know why it does?
It doesn't.
You know why it does? Let me tell you why.
You have more people out here
Let me-
who are
let me-
not overweight and have more health issues
Let me
than
tell you-
people who are overweight.
Let me tell you why.
So don't do that.
Let me tell you why it does. Because
Well, you better make me walk.
let me tell you why it does. Because heart disease is the main issue.
Okay,
You gonna let me finish?
I'm listening.
Heart disease is the main issue. Stroke is the main issue. Cholesterol is the main issue. Diabetes is the main
Cool.
issue or whatever. Most people, and this is not though, it's not more people that it's not an even spectrum of skinny people and big people that's dying from these issues. The main issue in American society is overweight, obesity, or whatever, and that is detrimental to your health. Whether you want to say that, oh, I'm big and I'm
What
healthy.
does that have to do with her
That
being
has-
able to make decisions for the country?
Let me tell you why.
I see where it
Let me,
comes
from. I see what
I
you're
will tell you
saying.
why.
Go
I
ahead.
tried to tell you why earlier, but let me tell you why.
'Cause I still
because
feel
it's just
like
like
stupid.
Neil Tyson deGrasse or whatever. Yeah, you smart as hell and you do all of this, but the main thing about being smart and all that is taking care of what's going to be longevity and productivity in your vessel that you have. So you're a scientist and you're smart, but you fat, you out of shape and you're not inclined to a healthy lifestyle. So that is detrimental to other shit. Your decision making is bad. You don't.
So the same people who are out here making decisions about going out here fucking off.
You don't have good-
prostitution and all the other
It's
stuff.
discipline. It's discipline.
Okay, that's the same thing, but there's
You don't have good
But they're
discipline.
in office too.
It
I just
shows
wanna
your
point out
discipline.
But they're in
Trump-
office too.
I know, but I don't vote for you either.
And guess what? Trump.
I don't
the
vote for
Trump
you.
somebody
Trump's
that you actually
overweight.
like as well.
He don't like Trump. Trump's overweight.
I don't like
he has
Trump.
very poor
You do
decision
like,
making.
You said
and
you
No, I like-
had-
no, wait,
on
wait.
plenty of episodes, you said I do like this nigga.
Let me tell you why. I said I like Trump as a person, but not for the fucking presidency. I like the nigga. I could chill with the nigga all day, but I'm not for the presidency.
But we could say this about.
I would not vote for
you
him.
could say this
I'm talking about decision making, Brittany.
60% of people in office. Then you can say the same.
No,
thing.
you can't.
Yes, you can.
Most politicians are not like what's the nigga from New Jersey?
Cory Booker.
No,
not
Chris
him. Use
Christie.
Chris Christie.
Most people are not like Chris Christie and Stacey Abrams in the politics.
Let's
Politics.
look him up.
What are we talking about?
I have to have you.
Let's look him up.
I want you to. I want you to just. I want you to take my word for it.
That's not true.
You don't believe me? Dude, when you see most politicians, are they like Chris Christie at all?
No.
No, they're not.
No.
You
Most
see-
politicians aren't overweight.
They're
That's
not.
true.
It's just a
I
fact.
think
it
that,
has to go with
but I think
decision
that
making.
to say that they can't
like
make
we
sound
will-
decisions, they can't make sound decisions because by the way, they don't make good
No,
decisions about
no,
what they might
not
be putting in
that.
their
I said
mouth.
discipline.
That's fucking stupid.
No, I said discipline.
You
You don't have
dis-
discipline.
How you not know that?
You don't, because your health is the most important
You
thing
don't
to
know
your
her
longevity.
health records, nigga.
I do.
No, you don't.
But wait,
They're
no.
not. No,
No,
you don't.
wait, yes, I do.
So
Wait,
to
what
say
he's
you know
saying
her
is-
health
but
records,
wait.
no,
Tell
fuck
us,
that. No,
bring
fuck
it
it.
up.
Because the fact is, unless she put her
You're
health
not
records,
healthy, Brittany.
Unless she put her
You're
health
not
records,
healthy.
I don't give a fuck. You don't
But
know
that's my
that.
point.
You don't know that.
Yes, I
By the
do.
way, Go check my records then. Have
Y'all
you
know
seen
the
them?
board- y'all
Have
know
you
the
seen
board
them?
barely
Wait,
work.
wait, wait,
But
wait,
have you
wait,
seen
wait,
my health
wait,
records?
wait,
No,
wait,
fuck
wait.
all that.
Let me
No.
see. All right,
Have you seen my health records? Yes or no? Answer that question.
I will
Because
answer.
I don't have
If you don't let
diabetes.
me answer, I answer.
Go ahead. Have you? Yes or no?
I will answer. Have I seen your health records?
Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
Now, can I answer
All
another
you can
question?
go off of is because I'm big, I'm unhealthy.
Can I answer another question?
No, answer my question. Yes or no? Because I'm asking you yes or no questions.
All right. What's
I'm
up?
glad this ain't me.
All you see is that I'm big, so in your mind, I'm not healthy.
No,
correct?
it's not in my mind.
All right,
Wrong.
and yes
Wrong.
or no?
Wrong.
So then why am I not healthy to you?
You're not healthy because most people that are your size are not healthy.
But we're talking about me.
Eventually,
But we're talking about me.
in life,
But we're
it
talking
doesn't
about
work.
me right now. Right now, am I healthy? Yes or no?
If you ask,
Am I right now? Am I healthy? Yes or no?
I have no idea.
Exactly. My point. You don't know.
I'll say no.
You don't know.
I have no idea.
So
Cuz
if
said
I-
no.
if I
Cuz
don't
said no.
tell you-
Ask
If I don't
her.
tell you what my health issues are, which I don't really have any, if I don't show you my health
If
records,
I-
if I don't show you my health records, if I don't show you my
got a
health
question.
records,
I got a question.
all you're going off of is, because she's fat.
I have a question.
Mind you, no, I'm not finished. Mind you, a lot of people out here who are smaller than me have more health issues than I do. So you're basing off of
That's
what
not
you
true.
see. No, that is true.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, no.
Can
I'm not
I want to
finished.
ask you a question.
I'm not
All right,
finished.
no.
So that means that you're basing off of what you see versus having a conversation
I'm
with
not.
me and seeing
No.
what you're going off of, statistics say.
No,
but nigga, at the
no,
end of the
I'm
day,
not.
there are people out here who are small
No, I'm
who
not.
have health issues.
Can
It
I
all
say two
depends on the
things?
person and the makeup.
Can I say
So
two-
for I'm not finished. So for
She's gonna
you,
talk for 5 minutes.
I am, because y'all do it all the time. So I'm going to do it.
No, I
today.
don't never talk for
Ah,
5 minutes.
Yes, the fuck you do. But
5
I'm gonna
minutes
do
is
that.
a long
I'm
time in
filibustering
airtime.
this.
I don't know if you know how long
I'm
airtime is.
filibustering this shit. Fuck
All right,
you.
stop, Brittany. Can I ask one question? If I smoke meth for a week or whatever, am I healthy? Yes. But if I keep smoking meth, am I going to be healthy?
Can I say
But
that?
in this
No.
instance, but
So
what-
if you keep doing what you're doing,
but you don't know what
No.
I'm doing. That's the thing.
all right,
You
go ahead on,
don't know.
cuz. What's your answer?
Can
What's
I
your
say
question?
that if you smoke meth for a week, you aren't healthy, you're a psycho.
Yeah.
Goddamn Carol Baskins.
You damn Carol
Wait,
Baskins.
When you watch the pornography, do you watch it with little dicks or the big dick?
I don't care what dicks it is in it, personally.
You're not that straight then.
That ain't what he said.
I just want to point out that I get where both y'all are coming from. But
This shit was good.
I was what was good? That argument? No, that was horrible.
That shit got me wet.
I'm all power to the people. Peace. Listen, I just want to point out though that like when you
You lost your train of thought, right?
when you
Spit it out.
when you
swallow
when
it.
you look at it overall, when you view it overall, y'all, I hate this show.
Get your thought out there.
I sat here for 4 hours trying to fix this board so we can do this show so Brittany can do Helen Keller sounds as I try to explain my point in an argument I wasn't even involved in. I get where Tank coming from, and I just want to point out that the average person in America is going to feel like Tank. I do feel like that's that's a weird kind of stipulation to put on not liking her. I think most people don't like her because she's a black woman. Then I say right behind that is because she kind of come off as a bitch. or whatever. And that's not because she's a black woman. I'm just talking about if you ever heard Stacey Abrams talk, she kind of come off as a bitch or whatever. And then the last thing I would say is probably because of her weight size, they would discriminate against her, similar to how they did against Rosie O'Donnell or any other vocal, outspoken big woman. They discriminate against those women. Also, in Tank defense, it's definitely a myth. I just want to say this because I was looking this up because my co-host on Flag on the Play, Bud, intern Bud, shout out to Bud. He say he go to the doctor all the time, and the doctor tell him he's healthy. And Bud a bigger dude. He done lost a bunch of weight now, but he was a bigger dude. But at the same time, just because you healthy don't mean at a moment's notice of being big, that shit can't turn on you like that.
Of course not. That's not what I'm saying.
And healthy is relative per se. You may not have a disease or a condition or whatever, but you definitely gonna have more plaque in your veins.
It's
than the
like
average
me
person.
smoking right now. I smoke.
You might
I'm
not
healthy.
have cancer, but
I'm
you
healthy
can
or whatever. I could be like, it's motherfuckers who don't smoke who worse than me.
Yeah.
It don't matter. I'm smoking.
And then
It's a problem.
And then I want to say too, to the discipline thing, I get completely and see completely where you coming from about the discipline thing, because when you lose weight, and I'm saying this as a nigga who lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, gained weight, losing weight, diet and exercise, lifestyle changes is 100% about discipline.
Exactly.
They ain't about nothing else.
But also not stealing people's money and all that other stuff. That's about discipline too.
That
You
is-
got politicians that do
So
that
what
all the time.
Cuz is saying though, but what he's saying is, if she don't have discipline in her personal life, he don't trust her to have discipline with the decisions you need to make as the vice
And I
president.
think-
You said that a little better than me.
But
I'm very much way more articulate than you, bro.
I think we're being judgmental. I think though.
I'm not being judgmental on her weight. Like, I don't care that you big.
No, it's
but
not that.
when
I think it's just,
yeah,
no. I
go
think
ahead.
it's being judgmental as far as because we look, and I mean, I guess everybody looks at stuff from a surface level. So we're looking at it from a surface level and say, oh, she don't have discipline in her personal life because she's overweight. But we don't know what may or may not be going on in her personal life to make that assumption.
I know
know
big.
been
I,
eating too
I,
much.
well, this
You
what I
don't
think.
know that.
Because I know I am.
This is what this
I
what I
mean,
know.
right now, a lot of people
This
like
what I
don't
know.
know that.
I know big women in my life because I'm a connoisseur of big women. I love all the big women. God damn it.
He do. He is a
Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. Licking your chomps.
If you
nigga.
want to send your
What-
BBW butt to Cedric Owens,
Send it to
please
me, guys.
don't.
Them-
Or send it to y'all can send it to
Don't send it to no email I read, bitch.
podcast@gmail.com.
But
But I'll send mine tonight.
I have to be honest about these big women or whatever. Every big woman that I know does not have the
But
discipline.
you know, it's a lot
No, what- I'm just-
of people out here that
I know,
who
but what I'm going to say
from
is,
an eating standpoint, it's not that they eat a lot.
No,
They might eat the wrong thing.
but this what I'm saying is,
Eat too.
I know small women who don't have discipline in other areas. I know thick women who don't have
I know
discipline in
small
other
women
areas.
that don't have discipline in eating. They just have.
It don't matter about the
high
eating.
metabolism.
I'm just talking about discipline. That's what my focus is. Discipline.
So women don't have discipline, but men do.
because this is what it is. Even though you want to say you're healthy right now, I know that obesity leads to stuff. So if you don't have the discipline to get your health in order or
gonna
whatever
be sick,
in your
yeah.
personal life, you're running if you're a leader. If you're a leader in this country or any country or whatever, you have to have discipline. Putin, look at Putin.
Putin is that nigga ride bears. Can I say this about Stacey Abrams too? Brittany said on the surface, we
I
might
like
only-
Stacey
we-
personally.
I don't
Personally?
like Stacey Abrams. You know why?
Why you
Because
like her?
Her campaign, even though she got robbed, her campaign for governor of Georgia is one of the biggest disasters I've ever seen in my entire
Brittany,
life.
do you like Stacey?
Explain. I don't know. I
you don't know?
have not done enough research about her to say yes. or
Boom,
no.
hold that thought. That's
Right.
what I was about to say about the
'Cause
whole.
I was focusing more on Gillum at that
That's
time.
what I was about to say about the whole we only know politicians and we're being judgmental. You're fucking right. All I know is what the surface you present to me.
Right.
I'm never gonna get to know Stacey Abrams, and if she become president, I damn sure ain't gonna know who she is because I'm gonna go to something that Tank always say about Obama. With Obama, we don't know Obama the man. All we know is Obama the president, and we'll
The
always,
politician.
Yeah, we'll always only know Obama the president. Same thing with Bill Clinton or Hillary. Once you get to a certain level, we only gonna know what you present on your surface.
I want to make an announcement. I'm officially away from the Democratic Party.
Okay, well you still
I'm
voting this way. bitch.
I'm officially Republican.
Oh, you register Republican?
I'm a registered motherfucking Republican. God damn it. You know why? Let me tell you why.
You a fucking
No, let me tell you why.
Republican.
Because
you and Gerald are Republican scumbag.
I think that most niggas need to. I think that in order to have something a drastic change to the political aspect of this America, it has to be a political drastic change
Upheaval?
shift.
But I don't think voting Republican gonna do that.
Let me tell you why. Because you're not going to get nothing from the Democratic Party. You're in their pocket.
I disagree. I think Republicans are more status quo than the
All I'm
Democrats.
saying is, it needs to.
You in the Republican
It's a
pocket.
bidding war.
Yeah, some of them a bitch.
It's a bidding war.
Oh, it's always been a bidding war.
No, it ain't. No, it
Yeah, it
no,
has.
no,
That's
no,
why
you
the
a
party
lie.
shifted.
No, and you know why it ain't been a bidding war? Because niggas automatically vote Democrat.
No, they don't.
What you mean?
That's been
when
like
was the last time most niggas voted Republican?
Yeah.
The 60s
Nah,
and
kinda-
70s.
I agree.
Yes,
with them,
it's been. You talking about 60? It's been
though. There's a lot of
Democratic
niggas that
for
don't
60
even know,
years.
That don't even know what the fuck they talking about when it comes down to
They
politics.
just Democrat.
And they say I'm a Democrat because of their parents.
But before,
You know what that
and
does?
they feel like they
But
have
wait.
to go
All right,
Democrat. And
all right,
they
come on,
feel
I'm gonna
like,
let you-
and if they go Republican, oh my God, it's a problem.
I'm gonna let you say what
And
you
the
said.
reason why though is like, oh, I did my research and
You know what happens when you just automatically vote for a party for 50, 60 years? It means they don't worry about your constituents. They're not worried about you. They got your vote. What the fuck does it matter what you want? You're going to vote for me anyways. What y'all
think-
Republicans offering, my nigga?
I do think
I'm sliding.
that Democrats should put pressure. I mean, black Democrats should put pressure on the Democratic Party to get more upheaval and get more things what they want as a
And
constituent.
because I'm for individualism.
But
Go ahead.
my thing about being a Republican or being a black Republican, this go back to the Black Republican episode. Like, Republicans ain't giving you shit. Zero, zip, zilch. I'm not voting with them. I'd rather a nigga just vote. I get
We
what
don't know.
y'all saying. Don't vote blind, but at least the blind choice that they making gives you more concessions than the Republicans.
Marcus Garvey worked with the segregationists.
Yeah, but Marcus Garvey is a nut job
No,
in a
he
good
wasn't.
way.
No, he
But that's what I'm
wasn't.
saying,
Oh, so
like
you
in a
saw my
good
face
way.
like-
This what-
No, I'm saying in a good way. But Marcus Garvey is a nut job, just like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X was a nut job. Them not normal niggas.
But what I'm
Them
saying
different
is,
type of
when you say the
niggas.
nut jobs in a
Nobody who do that much shit or get that much
So-
done is fucking sane.
when you say they're a nut job, they're a nut job because they're going against the grain and
Yeah,
choose to
they
be rebels?
odd. Yeah,
Okay.
they odd.
But this is-
Like,
Odd,
This is-
odd to us.
this is my
Well,
thing.
Not us, to the black people. at the
niggas,
time
when you
who were
get
performing.
when you get as tribal as you would not do this or not do that because that's the other team or whatever, it makes you miss
Bro,
the
if everybody-
caveats that could
if
help
everybody,
you.
But see, here go my thing about that. It's a girl that we know named Tayana. I said her name.
I know that
because
bitch.
you done
Tayana?
met her. I know she don't listen to
fucking?
the show because she definitely fucking. But I know she don't listen to the show because she ratchet. She on section housing, 8 housing,
She got
whatever,
big-
whatever.
big booty?
She's still a good human being.
I'm about to say, especially
But I'm saying my point is, my sister, intern Stephanie, went to vote. She went to vote for Joe Biden during the Florida primaries. We couldn't vote for Andrew Yang no more because he had dropped out. Okay, she seen Tayana voting, which surprised her when she went to vote. They're in the same district, so they voted in the same spot. She said, "Tayana, you voting?" She was like, "Hell yeah, girl, I vote every time." First of all, that's what's up. I commend that or whatever. She said, "Who you voting for?" She said, "Joe Biden." Now, the only reason she voted for Joe Biden because her grandma and them vote for Joe Biden, so that's who she voted
Democrat.
for. Democrat, right. Okay, here's my thing, though. Tayana would switch as soon as the rest of the niggas say switch. So I'm not worried about the niggas that's the straggler voting that just vote for Democrats just because they say vote for Democrats. I'm worried about the intelligent niggas like me and you who are actually
This
being
is my-
constituents.
this my-
So if we say vote for fucking Donald Trump because Donald Trump's gonna give us this, and we are all the niggas, the smart niggas that's running the shit, the leaders say do it, then the followers gonna do it.
My question is, what would happen if most niggas switched to the Republican Party?
Nothing.
No, what? Let me finish my question. If most niggas switch to the Republican Party, all right. Now, what would the Democratic Party do?
The Democratic Party would give more concessions, I guess, to
What
get
you
niggas
mean?
to come back.
What does give more concession mean? That means
Because-
offer stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if we stay with them, if we stay with the Democrats, what are they going to do? They're not going to give more concessions. They're not going to offer anything. So if every nigga was like,
Are you sure though? What we so
I'm
what-
100% sure that if niggas just started being like, okay, these Democrats ain't shit. we need to shift the political spectrum.
But let me show you though. Okay, so here's why we don't need to switch to Republican. Because the Democrats are already doing that right now by giving a whole bunch of black concessions that they didn't give last race. Like they want to increase HUD. They want to help with our schools and shit like that. They want to they trying to put in place a UBI
I think
or
that
something
the Republicans
like that.
would do that.
But no, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't.
So you saying that?
But
You saying
Republican values by pillar. But Republican values by pillar is less government, so you can't increase social programs.
I've been looking into a lot of this.
Okay, you've been looking into it. Show me the last Republican that's sitting on the hill right now.
No,
I'm asking a question now.
It's not about that.
Show me the last Republican that's sitting on the hill that voted for something that's a social program. Any social program.
No, I don't care about social
Ain't
programs.
one. I do. That's what niggas need.
Niggas don't need that.
Shit.
Now we get,
you know why niggas don't need? I'm an individualist or whatever. I mean, what when you say social programs, what do you mean?
Bro, there are
What do you mean by social
women
programs?
and children who can't eat without food stamps.
Correct.
Period, point blank.
That is true.
To say we don't need that and you're going to let the
No.
Republicans cut
I'm talking
it.
about what social programs.
That's
are.
one. I
All,
just
you
named
talking
one.
about all of them, or you just talking about welfare?
I'm
Because
talking about-
everybody's for welfare.
No, they're not. Are you crazy? Republicans are not.
If it was
for
an all
welfare.
Republican,
Mitch McConnell.
Let me tell you something.
Mitch McConnell
If
pushed
it-
a bill that he couldn't get
even
passed.
Trump.
If
Even
it
Trump
was-
wasn't, even Trump is not for it.
if it was an all Republican country, it would still be welfare.
honestly,
no way.
if you
No
look
way.
at it, DeSantis is not really for it.
It's the states that's all Republican. They still have
Have
welfare,
welfare, right.
So you can't
Right.
say
But
that it was all
That's
welfare.
what I was just about
What
to
you
say.
talking
Wait,
about?
wait.
What we talking
Mitch,
about?
Mitch McConnell
I'm
is
fucking
from
a little
West
trailer park bitch.
Mitch McConnell. Woo, boy. Mitch McConnell is from Kentucky, right? Right?
Correct.
Okay. Which state has the highest use of
My mouth
food
ain't been on
stamps?
nothing here lately, so you're fine. Mississippi, right?
No.
Wait, what's Mississippi?
No. Kentucky.
Okay.
Kentucky has the highest use of food stamps by county, by population per capita, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mitch McConnell is from Kentucky. He's a Republican. The county that he's based out of, where he's from, has the highest number of SNAP users per capita of a county in America. The motherfucker pushed a bill through that was going to end SNAP for Kentucky. Just because that's what Republicans
What the
like
problem
to hear.
is? What the problem is?
But
You see,
you're
this is my
saying-
problem
but you're
is.
saying-
I want to end all this shit because you know what?
I don't.
You know why I want to
Because
end it?
I don't
You know
want to
what?
get a gun.
Let me
and
tell you
have to
why.
Sit by my door all night.
Let me tell you why.
Get robbed.
You
for
know what?
bringing
You know
groceries.
what I want to tell you why? But you know why? God damn it, you like some of them bitches.
No,
I'm
he was
tired
he was called a
of.
little bitch earlier,
I'm
right?
tired of this shit being level, and it might get to a level where it'll tip over, but then it don't. Or then it get to the. I want this shit to fuck
But
up.
the thing about it is, so what are you prepared to do when crime?
What
goes
am I
up?
prepared to
No,
do?
listen.
I'm prepared to be a libertarian and
So
be
when
individualist.
So when crime
And
goes
Bruh Nation,
up,
I hate
because
this
you
nigga.
get rid of these programs.
It's not going to be that simple.
Well, no, crime will go up.
I know it's going to go up, but it's a lot more complicated than that.
So then, what are you prepared to do in that time frame?
Look here, in the news, these crackers just formed a militia and ran up in the Michigan Capitol.
They did.
God damn it, they were like, fuck
Okay,
this shit.
Say
Wait,
that.
wait,
say
yes.
that, because that's what we was
Now
gonna
look
talk
here.
about anyways. So let's.
They
talk
ran
about
up in that bitch.
Say that. Say that right there. Stop.
Save it for
Stop.
what?
Here's what I
Huh?
don't understand.
Don't
about-
tease me.
Here's what I don't understand. I'm just getting the
With their
tip.
nooses and swastikas.
Oh,
So
and
we was
shit.
going. This
I need
show,
more than the tip
This
in.
show all over the place, but it's fine. It's
It's
good
cool.
content. This is what we was gonna talk about that about white people as an armed militia and shit like that or whatever.
because they can't go to work.
So I'm gonna wait to come out the bathroom and say
Because they can't go to work. Not because shit is really like, I'm not saying shit is not real, but they are storming the Capitol in Michigan with guns to pretty much threaten these people. If y'all don't
and
let us
dancing
back,
in blackface.
right, blackface, nooses, swastikas, just because they can't go to work.
Right.
And comparing it to slavery.
Okay. So here's what I don't get.
Did you wash your hands?
Here's what I don't get. Here's what I don't get. Ugh. Boy, if people
Yes, I
if
wash
people
my
if
hands.
people could sit here while we record this show, here's what I don't get about me and you. Okay, here's why I don't
up?
get where we defer. Cause we walking down the same road and then we come to a fork. And then the fork say, hold niggas up, liberate niggas. Hold niggas up, Liberate niggas. I'm like, let's go.
Is that Democratic and Republican?
Yeah.
Which one is Democrat and which one Republican?
It's not Democrat or Republican. This is like a fundamental thing or whatever.
Yeah.
So I be like, hey man, let's go on down this socialist whole niggas up road because these niggas can't do right. And then you be like, nah, fuck it. Let it burn to the ground and let niggas come out the ashes like a phoenix.
What's the two decisions? Hold niggas up or what?
Hold niggas up. Liberate niggas.
Okay.
Hold niggas
you
up.
You want to hold niggas up.
I want to hold it. You want to liberate niggas. You want to let shit burn to the ashes and niggas to rise like the phoenix. Right? But here go my thing. Here, as we walk down that same path, the path say niggas was pussy during slavery. The path say niggas is pussy. So then when we get to this path where it diverge, you going down the path where niggas ain't pussy. Why? I don't get that part because here's my thing. I get what you're saying and I get your thought process.
I got you.
I get your thought process. But bro, niggas are never gonna rebel. Niggas are never gonna stand up. The only way we can help American niggas is by helping American niggas.
And let me stop right there.
They pussy.
Y'all
pussy. Y'all pussy.
I gotta say this. This is why I just started going more toward Republican and individualism because even with the switchover and shit in the 60s with Goldwater and shit when niggas went to Democrat and all that shit, the Republican mind state is been about individualism and small government. And I think that is a benefit to every nigga in America. You know why? It's a benefit because yeah. Let me tell you why. Because if I'm a nigga in America,
you are.
Most of these niggas in America done been fucked up and they coons.
Okay.
And we got this cracker ass system and these crackers doing this and these crackers doing that.
Crackers.
The best thing for me and my family or whatever is to be individualist.
Do you want to be sovereign as well? Go for it. Why not?
I mean, as sovereign as being away from having to defend every nigga in America for shit that I do.
My thing.
I got the
niggas can't do that.
I can.
You can't in America.
What you mean? No.
Have you one or two niggas that your little Republican shit
about everybody else?
No, here's what I'm saying though. You gonna have you and see here go. Shut your ass up. Close your mouth, bitch. You fucking bitch. Look, here's the thing. Regardless of what you feel and you say yada yada yada,
fuck them niggas,
and maybe your mind is changing. But if you sit in your house luxurious, it's like the purge. Okay,
I'm with T'Challa.
You done see? Oh, you bitch!
I'm sick of these niggas.
Hey, auntie, listen.
I'm with T'Challa.
If you sitting in your house, yeah, that's a good point. T'Challa, it's two niggas.
I know you love this. That's why I said it.
Two niggas. But if you sitting in Wakanda. Two niggas, boom. Okay, two cousins. Okay, T'Challa, Killmonger. Okay, both of us cut from the same granddaddy, same motherfucker. If you sitting in your throne and you watching niggas die, you might say you T'Challa, but you not. You're not T'Challa. It's gonna eat you alive. I'm telling you it is because you're gonna be watching niggas die because we're not helping them and it's gonna burn a fucking hole in your soul.
I'll tell you why it's not gonna eat me alive.
You care about niggas more than I do.
I'll tell you why it's not gonna eat me alive because the more and more I live through life, the more I become a naturist and the more you understand science and how science dictates nature and shit. Look, the savage wins.
Survival of the fittest.
Right,
survival of the fucking fittest.
As you think about that, though, the average nigga unfortunately does not. So because the average nigga does not think about that, what are you prepared to do to either defend yourself?
I'm not going to help them.
No, I'm not saying
it's survival of the fittest. Fuck you.
So what are you going to do to make sure that your well-being and your way of life is good?
Become Republican.
This nigga.
Basically, he's saying I'm cool enough.
Right, fuck y'all.
No, I'm not saying. No, this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm just gonna throw away my blackness and who I am to conform to white supremacy. What I'm saying.
But wait. These crackers are. Wait. I got a question. These Republican crackers are on purpose fucking niggas over. Mm-hmm. Like on purpose. Mm-hmm. So if you caucus with them, does that not make you a coon?
No.
Because you're voting for a person that's gonna on purpose fuck a nigga over.
I'm watching Westworld right now, right?
Don't let Westworld make you vote Republican.
No.
Because George Bush on that bitch.
No, this is a good analogy, Brittany. I'm watching Westworld right now, and You watch Westworld?
No.
Westworld is.
I don't watch a lot of TV. I'm gonna be honest.
First of all, it's my favorite director, J.J. Abrams, and it's
Yeah,
about everything J.J. Abrams made out of love.
He fucked up Star Trek. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Gotcha, bitch.
That's something near and dear to my heart. You can't fuck that up. You can fuck up all that other shit. Don't fuck up Star Trek.
Right,
but
but
continue.
Damn, that done fucked me
Yeah,
up. But what was I
'cause you
saying?
fucked that up bad.
J.J.
Nigga.
Abrams, fuck you. But no. Okay, now look, the robots, right? They in this world. All right, now they realize that some of us are woke, and some of us are still doing just program shit. You programmed to do this and do that. They're like, we can't worry about the motherfuckers that's just programmed to do this and do that. In order to save our intellectual property and who we are as robots, we got to say fuck them and we got to move forward. All right, that's where I'm at with niggas. It's like, look, I love the thugs, y'all my nigga. This is what I grew up from. But look, in order for us as niggas to advance with this shit, I can't be held down by worried about trying to save you niggas.
But what about the fact?
Fuck you.
What about the fact of shit that they do, like gerrymandering and redlining and voter suppression? That's different though.
Oh well, that's nature.
But you're actively
survival
taking away,
of the fittest.
You're actively taking away niggas' rights.
All right,
and
well, this is what happened, cuz the nigga that's the smartest or whatever, the nigga that's gonna see through that shit, and the people that's teaching their kids to do this and do that, they're gonna make it through. But the ones that ain't, you're going to be subjected to getting beat up by the police, shot by the police. And when the police come arrest you, you're going to be like, fuck that shit, nigga. You're going to die.
So conform.
You're going to be No, I'm not saying conform.
That's what we have to do to survive in America.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do. You can't be black in America.
That's not
because
true.
America's anti-black.
They are.
No.
You don't think America's anti-black?
Yes,
Who the fuck are you?
No. What I'm saying is not conform. Like when you
He
have
crack a salivating right now listening to you say this
What
shit.
I'm saying is,
I knew it. I've been waiting.
What I'm saying
Fuck
is,
Carol Baskins.
What I'm saying is, know the game. Like when niggas say don't vote, fuck that vote, that ain't shit. That's not knowing the game. When niggas is in this shit and they telling you to vote and they go and vote, that's knowing the game.
That's fine.
I understand
Let's
that.
say,
Know
okay,
the game.
So a nigga like
and
me.
Wait,
a
one
nigga
more
like
thing.
me and a nigga like you.
Wait,
who,
stop.
Go ahead.
One more thing before you finish that. The thing about knowing the game is, I'm gonna let you go. Get
You got it.
The thing about knowing the game is, once you know the game, then you do that. And the niggas that don't know the game, fuck them.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
So niggas like me and you who know the game and know how to vote. Okay, you're a felon.
It's not all about voting, though.
No, but I'm just using that example because that's what you just said.
Right.
You're a felon, an ex-felon, or whatever. But based on the vote that we had a few years back, you technically should have your rights back. But it's a lot of hoops and shit to go through still to get your voting rights back, right?
Right.
That's voter suppression.
Correct.
Because technically you should just be able to go get your fucking rights and go vote. But they put a whole bunch of hoops. They're suppressing your vote. So that's not you not knowing the game. That's taking away your individual rights.
I got
Who
something for
put
that.
those in place?
I got something for that.
Let's bring in this COVID shit. In Florida, the unemployment website admitted by Rick Scott was fucked up on purpose by Rick Scott.
Fucked up on purpose. And then he turned around and now I think some people are actually suing them now.
Yeah, because
Suing
he
the
fucked
actual
it
company
up.
Because they knew
He
that.
did that on purpose to suppress niggas from getting their rights.
The people who actually, before DeSantis got in office, the people who employed these people to come up with this dumbass employment system in the first place, unemployment system in the first place, they were fining them every day for 19 days because they were late on delivering the product in the first place. So when the product went out and went public, they knew then when they got this vendor that this product was a bad ass product.
So all I'm saying is,
Thanks, Florida.
What about the fact of
Rick Scott?
What about the fact Republican?
Right.
What about the fact the redlining? What about in North
Jeb
Carolina?
Bush.
What about in North Carolina where the government got found guilty of actually throwing away votes? Niggas went and voted and they threw away their votes. Republicans did that.
But you know what?
I had something for that, but I don't forget what the fuck it was.
The issue is that though,
Good.
niggas don't give a fuck enough about shit because in their mind it don't impact them. I'm gonna give you an example. I had a conversation today with my sister, love her dearly. Had a conversation yesterday. She pissed me off, and I'm tell you why. So she works for a diner that
Drive-ins and dives. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was on diners, drive-ins, and dives, and now they went from being local to now up and down the East Coast, right? And when everything got shut down, of course, they went down to just managers and the staff managers and the people that work in the back of the house because they were only doing delivery and carry out only, right? So my sister is the carry out person. You would think that she would still be employed because she does carry out. That's her main job. They cut her off the schedule. Of course, a lot of other people, and they laid off a lot of people, furloughed, whatever you want to call it. But they kept some people, some of the waitress, and had the waitress come in, or service come in to do the job that my sister was doing by herself with no problem. And the reason why, and this is what they told her and they told everybody else, is because we evaluated you all's household. And because my sister doesn't have any children, and she has her and her boyfriend live together, he works. Oh, you're fine. So you don't need to come to work.
They don't even have the right to do that.
You don't need to come to work. But this person who is a single mother, she needs to come to work. So that's why we kept on the schedule. I said, Brandis, that's wrong. And I said, that's discrimination. And I said, she said, we were mad, but what did y'all do about it? Nothing. Because
well, see, that
and
going
the reason
to niggas
why
having
they, and she
unions.
said, and the reason why they didn't do anything about it is because they made decisions, nothing we can do about it. Yes, you can.
But see, that's what the average person think, though.
Hey, man,
Right.
look.
That's why I'm like, wait, let me
Right.
say one more thing, cuz then we gonna
But that's
finish
what
up.
niggas, but that's the general
That's
mentality
why I
of
don't
most
like Republicans.
niggas.
Because Republicans, I get what you're saying about individualism. I think Republicans have long abandoned their policies of individualism. The Republicans that you want to be a part of is Colin Powell
Dixiecrats.
and goddamn way back type shit. The Republicans that exist now are fucking nut jobs who want people. They it's funny
for
because they want
corporations.
You know
less
what?
government
I
until
have-
they want to.
You know what?
do something.
I have a problem with the whole two-party format system of this shit.
One man, one
Or
vote. Fix
whatever.
that.
Because you know what? Because you're not going to get a good argument to vote for these Democratic
Absolutely.
motherfuckers.
Ooh, so wait
But they
right
also
there.
feel like they need to be backed by something.
Let
They
me
need to be a
catch
part
you.
of something.
Let me
They
catch you up
need
right
to-
there.
And that's why they
Say
do
they're
that,
gonna
because
do
it's-
something for niggas.
Because
Let
if
me
they
catch you up
stood,
right
but
now.
if they stood by themselves, if they really stood by themselves and it was truly like, hey, I can get it done without people, then we wouldn't have that. But the problem is people need to belong to something because they feel like they need to be backed.
Let me catch you. Let
do
me catch you up
feel
right
like
now.
they need to
So
be back.
yeah, we're tribalists, but I think by nature niggas are tribalists. That's why when we became slaves, they took advantage of us because they split up our tribes and we didn't know how to talk to each other.
Correct.
They
When
on
you saying
purpose-
niggas, you mean humans?
I mean black people.
Because humans are tribalists.
Yes, but I think black people for sure are more
specifically.
tribalistic than white people. I think white people started abandoning their tribalism when they went up to Europe and started farming and shit
Yeah.
and doing capitalism.
I don't
up
know
there.
because
capitalism.
if you look at the history with white people, that when the Irish was here, they was treated as something
but
separate
look at
from
their- but
white.
look at their-
They were.
Look at their circumstances though, because if you go to Ireland, listen. After the Black Plague, remember we talked about this on the show. After the Black Plague or the bubonic plague or whatever, capitalism flourished in Europe. Capitalism is a European invention.
Well, no,
the
no.
reason why it happened was because they had less people to work the fields. Because before they had serfdom, which is whatever you're born into, that's what you do.
No,
That's- I thought that was
But the
classist.
reason why
that was
Irish it got accepted into whiteness or whatever is because America became a superpower.
Right, but here's what I'm
Because
saying.
without that, then it would still be
But
Irish,
here's what I'm
Danish,
saying. When they
and
came
all the
over
other
here,
shit.
when they came over here, it was different because Americans.
They was fucked up when they came over here.
But here's my thing: Americans who were the people who came over here from Europe in the early 20th century or whatever, gangs of New York type shit or whatever, late 19th, early 20th century. Those people were trash, just like motherfuckers in Australia from England are the bottom of England. They trash. So of course they gangsters. So of course they had tribalism and shit like that because you're running from Italy because in Italy you ain't shit. Because over in Italy, they have established bloodlines and shit like
Right.
that. And I come from the Donatonis, and the
But
Donatonis don't do shit.
that's just in Europe in general.
Right. So what I was saying about the European thing and about capitalism in general is I think when you look at it as a whole, white people broke us with that shit. Because when they were in Europe, after the bubonic plague and shit, there were less people to work the fields. Serfdom was dying out. So motherfucker was like, bitch, ain't nobody else gonna plow this field. You gotta give me XYZ money. That's when capitalism really started to flourish. That happened in the 11th fucking century. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So in 1022, they was doing that. Meanwhile, in Africa, we were still in tribes oh, y'all got this crop. We need okra. Okra is an African
You know
plant.
how I
Right,
feel about
correct.
this shit.
They were like, you need okra, and we got
Right.
camels. Let's swap. That's the type
The
of shit
bartering
we was
system they were
doing.
doing.
I feel like, look, the way that, you know, I'm looking more into nature because I'm starting to
Gotta
realize.
stop that shit.
You know why? Because I'm starting to realize that it's a force that dictates all of us, all of our actions, regardless of how we feel about the shit.
That's true.
If you think this shit is moral, nature don't.
There are no morals. We had
fuck.
that incident on
Right.
here.
Nature.
Matter of fact, when Brandis was here,
Yeah.
when I said rape is not immoral,
Yeah.
and people was like, "What?"
Yeah!
Hey, look.
It is, but I think
Nature
I
don't
think
give a
morals,
fuck.
I think morals we established morals, but given it's a way of control.
Nature is an advanced way of a species trying to keep shit together.
Stick with what Brittany just said,
It's
because
a way
I
of
want to
control.
say this. I want to say this real quick. I want to say this.
Control of what?
Cause you
Just
are
us and people having it. People
Expand
having
on that.
So people
That's
in
why I wanted to
general,
get on.
people we thrive off of power and control, right? So if I can have
Why?
power and control over you to make you do what I want you to do,
Oh, tell me why though.
because it benefits me.
It
Yeah.
benefits you
Most
to
people-
what? To reproduce.
it's a
No,
benefactor.
I'm just saying in general. I'm talking about just the action in itself.
But I think it
Most
benefits
people-
you to reproduce. That's my point.
Right,
Go ahead.
right. Well, what I'm talking about, I'm talking about more broader than that. So most people thrive off of power and control, and the reason why is because it benefits them. Most people are not going to do shit that don't. Most people are not going to
Yeah.
do shit that don't benefit them or don't add any value to them whatsoever. There we go. He just got distracted.
Your Donis just came in the house, bruh nation.
Yay.
But cuz you got to come back, because I want to say this. I want to get in your ass. So we were just talking about nature.
Right.
Okay. What cuz saying about nature is true. But here's the thing. Humans, because of our consciousness, see, this getting into a deep show, bruh nation. Y'all ain't even ready
is
for this.
true.
How long we got? We finna run to that.
How else? Humans, because of their consciousness, have advanced beyond nature. Nothing. You're right. We're everything.
Have we though?
shit.
What have we
wait,
though?
Wait. Here's
That's
what,
the thing.
Yes, we have.
Break
Let me
this
tell you
shit
why.
down. Go
Let me
ahead
tell
on.
you why. So, cuz right, it is survival of the fittest. It is this, that,
Right,
and the
that's
other,
always
whatever.
been a part. That's always
if
been
it
a thing.
was survival of the fittest based on nature alone, there wouldn't be 8 billion people in the world. Let me tell you why. Because people with handicaps, or like people who have multiple sclerosis, or people who would die
They
at
would
birth,
they would get
they
ate
wouldn't
up
get
about that.
saved.
Right.
A nigga who get in a car accident wouldn't get saved. He would just die.
But then
because
that
guess
also-
what? When
but
a
that
cheetah,
is-
when a cheetah running behind an elephant and the elephant stomp him, that cheetah dead.
But-
it ain't no Dr. Cheetahs.
But I think for us though, that feeds into the whole thing about we're trying to live as long as we can. We're trying to honestly live forever.
Oh, let me
I
ask you
think-
something.
I
think that's what that
Cuz,
plays into, though.
Do you believe in one man, one vote? You say you hate the two-party system.
What do you mean?
One man, one vote.
I don't know what that means.
Whoever the fuck, like, we don't need parties. We don't need like party affiliations. We don't need the what's the shit called? The college that you vote.
Oh, the electoral college, all of that
Whoever
stuff.
you vote for, that's who to get.
No,
whoever
no,
get
no,
the
no,
most.
no.
Whoever get the most votes win.
We need an electoral college.
Okay, so then you Republican for sure.
I don't think we
Because if
need
you-
one.
It's
I
a
don't
reason.
believe
It's a,
we
But wait,
you know what?
wait, let me tell you something, though.
2020, I don't think we need
Can
it.
I explain?
You're-
Can I explain
Yes,
why
you
we
can.
need?
Let me tell you
okay.
why you're contradicting yourself, though. You can't believe in that the abolishment of a two-party system and then don't believe in the abolishment of electoral college. The electoral college exists because of the two-party system. You have to abolish it to get more people in the race. Because at this point, me and you, we don't rock with Democrats or Republicans this year because we rock with Andrew Yang.
Correct.
Who's at this point, he started his own party. It's called the Forward Party. Now they caucus with the Democrats, but he's with the Forward Party. So we're Forward Party people,
And
whatever,
it's gonna
right?
help, and it's hopefully
If
the
we
backing
didn't
helps
have
them.
the electoral college, all his votes can go to him. But it don't make no sense. It's just like Gary Johnson when he ran versus Hillary and Trump. It didn't make no sense to vote for Gary Johnson because even if he won Florida, he ain't gonna win the other 22 states he got to win to be the thing.
Right.
All right.
You
thank
got to abolish it. Go ahead.
All right. The reason why you need electoral college is because it's different populations in different states.
So, one man, one vote.
No.
I don't give a fuck. It don't matter where the niggas living at. The
Yeah.
voice of the people is the voice of the people.
No, because I think that being America now, we've gotten away and we've forgotten that this is the United States of America. It's not just America. Like, this is some unique shit. This ain't just Europe or this ain't just China. These are different states with different set of laws. And in order for the federal government, the country, to do some shit, or whatever, it takes a big action, or the state could say fuck that shit, and then you could cause an all-out war.
Actually, they can't. The Civil War and the
If the state,
Reconstruction
if Texas say I'm not doing this,
and guess what? It
You know what's gonna
depends on
happen?
What the federal government wants to do.
I know, yeah.
Because I'll give you an example.
That's what I'm doing.
Colorado said, I'm not enforcing marijuana laws. I'm not doing this. We let them ride. But at any point, and by the way, Joe Biden said he was going to do this. At any point, Trump or Joe Biden, if they're president, can say, go kick that door.
See,
and
this-
they can put federal charges on all those people.
Okay, now see, this is where I think
They
that
did it in California, by the way.
this is
Oh,
what
they did.
Yes, they did.
This is where I think that we are getting comfortable with the situation that we are in, or whatever, and don't realize how volatile shit could get.
I don't believe.
You know why? Because
In states' rights.
let
Go
me
ahead.
let me tell you why. Because
States' rights is the reason why we got motherfuckers opening up their
tell-
government, opening
let me
up
tell
their
you why.
states, and then
Be-
after
be-
24 hours they got 1,000 cases.
because the country is ran by lawyers. All right.
Well, that's no.
Lobby.
That's
Now,
true. Lobby.
it's ran by okay, but the lobbyists have to go by what's legal.
Right.
And lawyers is all the shit that read this legalese shit.
Right.
All right. Now look, if I'm in Colorado and you come into Texas, when I say we made this shit legal, now what happens? See that it's hard to fathom what would happen because we wasn't in the time, but it can happen. If Colorado say no, federal government, you're not going to lock up
Then
people
Colorado
for this.
better have a strong militia to do what they need
And
to do.
that's why, see, this shit is like a
Well, let me
rolling ball.
okay,
because
just go back into what I was saying. What you're saying is admirable.
that's why I'm Republican.
No, that's why you living on clouds.
Nah.
Because what you're saying is admirable, Mr. Republican. You ain't no different than goddamn Joe Exotic. You the same motherfucker.
Oh, here we
Let
go.
me tell you why. The only difference is you don't like dick and Joe Exotic like dick. Let me tell you why.
Big ones are small.
Okay, because you like tigers, don't you?
Let me just say this.
I saw a tiger.
I want to go to the caddy shack.
And the tiger saw a man. Listen, but here's why. Here's why you living on clouds. Because what you're saying is admirable, and I would agree with you 100%. But even the motherfucking Republicans don't believe that shit. Because
You know what happened when it was the Civil War?
so you one of these crazy Republicans
No,
that's
no.
in Michigan with the gun.
No, but this
Right.
no,
That's who you is. Go ahead.
But see, this is what
Crazy
happened.
bitch.
This is what happened when it was the
What?
Huh? Spit it out or
It's
swallow.
wrong when it happened to you, don't it?
This is what happened. This is why the Civil War came, because Abraham Lincoln. I've been listening to a lot of Civil War shit, and this is what happened.
best part of
and
American
and
history.
motherfucker act like this shit was last
200
year.
years ago.
It wasn't that long.
This shit
right?
was last year.
200 bones.
Right, go ahead.
200
All
bones.
right.
That's it.
2 generations ago.
Right. Go ahead.
Now look, not even 2,
It's
because
3.
Annie was born in what?
1915.
That's 2 generations, right?
No, it's 3. It's 3.
Oh, Annie is
Because
2.
remember-
Annie is 2
remember,
generations.
the men-
Annie is my grandma,
I-
and then her mama. That could have been
No, she couldn't. She would have been a baby. That's my thing. Like
Right.
No, Annie's a baby, but her mama would have
Get
been a
past-
baby.
okay,
during
get
the
past
Civil
that
War.
point. Go
No,
ahead.
I just
Yeah,
wanna
yeah,
say-
yeah, fuck it,
because
fuck it,
it's
fuck
3
it. Yeah,
generations.
you're
Because
right,
the
you're
men who
right.
fought the war. I just want to explain so Bruh Nation to understand what a generational thing is. The reason why it's 3, the men who fought the war and did the thing, they had to already have been alive
Right.
to do
And they
it.
had
So,
to been at
like you
least
said, you
between
are
15
correct.
Well,
and
this- no,
18 years
The
old.
Let me
fallout
tell you why
and
you
why it
all right.
started in the
All right,
1820s,
let me-
not the 1860s.
No. Let me tell you why you false. Because if I was born in 1850, no, 1845. By 1860, I was what? 15.
15.
Oh, no, okay, 1840. All right, by 1860, I was 20.
20. But
all
you
right,
didn't make the
No, wait,
decisions.
can I
Go ahead.
1820, right? Or whatever. We in the war. I'm 20 years old. All right. By 40
years
by
old.
by okay. By another 30 years or whatever, I'm 50, right? So that's 60. By another 40 years, that's 1900 or whatever, right?
We get it.
I'm 60. I have a baby.
Make your point.
Then that's 100.
We-
Then
we
I have
passed
another
the
baby. That
generation
baby is still alive in the 2000s. Can be. So that's why I said 3 generations.
We-
Okay, go ahead.
Fuck that.
Thank
All right.
you.
I done lost my shit because you
Exactly. I was
sidetracked.
trying to get you off of that.
I tried to think, man.
I really
Said
was.
this is why the Civil War started, because of states' rights.
Correct.
Right after I said I don't believe in states' rights.
Go ahead.
You were saying that, could you imagine if Colorado...
Yeah, because
There we go.
Good thing
This
I pay
is-
this is
attention,
the
bro.
Got
thing.
it.
Nobody, Abraham Lincoln and all them didn't think that these states will go to war with the fucking country or because of this or whatever. But see, we are stagnant in this shit here, and we think that this shit could never happen. If if what that shit at Colorado, Denver.
Colorado.
If Denver said fuck that shit, and then they got another country to say, another state to say fuck that shit, nigga, this shit could be really big. And
Run
we
your
think it can't
militia.
happen.
This shit just happened in the 60s. Let me tell you what happened. In the 1960s, not the 1860s or whatever. In the stop roofing people.
I'm not.
In the 1960s or whatever, they passed a law that said stop making niggas go to other schools from your white kids. And
Yes,
all
it
the
did.
southern states start pulling that Civil War, the South gonna rise again bullshit, and saying states rise. You do whatever.
We always think this shit ain't possible.
But wait, no, they said it. They did it. And guess what they did? They got militias because you the reason why you have rights to bear arms is so that you can form a strong and sturdy militia. Okay, so they did it. South Carolina did it. Mississippi did it. Louisiana did it. You know what John F. Kennedy said? Send the tanks.
I know.
And then what?
I know. We always think it ain't possible.
But wait.
It ain't
No,
possible.
I ain't saying it's
I
not
know it.
possible. What I'm saying is, what has happened, the federal government is too big.
No, it's not.
The last time the federal government was small enough to be overthrown
We don't understand
was the
politics.
18th century.
I think
We don't
to his
understand
point
politics.
though, I think to his point, as big as it has become too big, and the reason
too
why,
big.
because the government should be working on behalf of the people. The reason why the government is in place is because to regulate
people.
and to work on behalf of the people.
But
right?
when you have a
And at
government
this-
that's making niggas not get their unemployment
at
check,
this
they not
point-
working for the people.
At this point, though, that's not where we are.
It hasn't
the
been-
government
yeah.
has not been for the people in a very, very long time.
But see, it hasn't-
the government been for corporations and themselves.
It hasn't been a big enough issue for it to get to them. But do you
Niggas
think?
pussy.
Do you think that, like, with this shit here, with this little shit, crackers stormed the Capitol?
But it's
in
not
Michigan.
enough for them.
I know, no, that's my point. But my point is, this is a little shit. Do you think that it's not a big enough situation where motherfuckers would say fuck
No.
that shit?
Here's why.
Man,
This goes in. I feel
niggas
like
pussy.
this-
You used to these niggas.
This same thing about these crackers is the same thing I was saying about niggas earlier. They pussy and they love the federal government, including your fucking Republican ass people that you constituent with now. Because when Trump say drink Lysol, they do it.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't question
Them the dumb
shit.
motherfuckers.
No, but that's your cult now.
They
no.
drink-
See, this is what I don't like.
In fact, you got
Let me just say
motherfuckers.
this.
You had a case in Georgia.
Nah, sit
you
your
had a
ass
case.
down.
No,
Sit your
you
ass
had a
down.
case in Georgia where motherfuckers would drink Lysol, Pine Sol, and Clorox because of what fucking Trump said.
Silly
And
motherfuckers.
You saying that
But you ride with the
those the
hoes,
dumb
though.
motherfuckers. But here's my
This is
thing.
what liberals do. This is what liberals
Here's
do.
my thing. No, I
You-
ain't about no liberal. This a Jack's thing.
Liberals-
Look, most niggas are dumb.
That is
like
true.
I said, going full circle to your nature thing. We have ascended beyond nature because if it was survival of the fittest,
Right.
most of these niggas would be dead, bro. But we don't let them die. We save them. So here's my thing why I'm a socialist. If everybody didn't know. When people ask me why I'm a socialist. Because the niggas dumb. Y'all stupid as fuck. Y'all ain't gonna do right. Y'all need a sturdy hand. What is the biblical thing? Spare the rod, spoil the child, or
yeah.
spoil the child, spare the rod.
Spare the rod, spoil the
Okay,
child.
here's my thing. I gotta beat y'all ass and make y'all do what I say because y'all not gonna do right. But hear me out. The reason why I'm a socialist,
Niggas
is
stand
because
up for shit that don't mean nothing.
they're not gonna
Period.
do right. Black, white, green,
But
purple.
this is my
whatever.
thing. Well, if you're not gonna do right, it's not on me to make you do right.
It's not.
It's
but,
on.
But you won't let them die either.
Yes, I will.
You go so they can't go to the hospital no more.
What did the nigga say?
Stop saving them.
What did the nigga say?
Your daughter said she want to be a kangaroo.
What
Put it out there.
What did the nigga say when it was like, if they don't have health insurance, what we gonna do? Let them die. Hey, that cracker was 100. Fuck them.
Can't.
Why?
You can't.
Why? Because you're
Because
liberal.
niggas
It's
is
still
dying.
gonna
Why
fall
can't-
back-
why can't I
it's
let
still
them
gonna-
die?
It's still gonna fall back on us.
Tell me why I can't let them
That's
die.
not the society that you set up.
No, it ain't. Yes, it is. That's
No,
what,
but
that's what I'm.
but
That's
when
the
you
one I'm
say
trying to
that,
set
let them
up.
die, it's still gonna
I'm
fall-
trying to set up
But it's
to
still
let
gonna-
these niggas die.
But it's still gonna fall back on us in some way, shape, or form. As
No, it
taxpayers.
ain't.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Cremate
Taxpayers-
them.
No, as taxpayers,
Cremation
it
is
still
cheap.
costs money, nigga. It's
No.
still gonna fall back on
Oh,
us,
wait,
though.
cre-
Period.
You can't-
cremation is cheap.
So I would rather you get
Burn
your own
these
fucking
niggas.
insurance and for my taxpayer dollars to
Going
pay
back-
for you.
Let's go full circle, then we're gonna close it out. Going back to what we was talking about at the beginning about Stacey Abrams being too, I just looked at a picture of Stacey Abrams, bitch too fat. Listen,
I'm
when
dead.
going back to what we were saying about Stacey Abrams being too big or whatever, right? Nobody in the entire of America. And now listen, y'all, when I say this, I'm not saying that is not hungry people in America. That's not what I'm saying. Yes, there are hungry people in America. Nobody knows starvation pain in America like a kid in Ethiopia or a war-torn kid in Eritrea or a kid in Sudan or whatever. I'm talking about those kids where the fly come across their eye on the commercial and they in the arms of.
Why don't they just swat the fucking fly?
I don't know why they don't swat the fly. They need you ain't gonna give me 25 cents a day if I swat
It
this fly.
sound harsh.
They be like, he got strength to swat the flies. They be like, look how weak this nigga.
It sound harsh, but I've been watching a lot of Westworld. Hey
Hey
man, look,
Or
kill them
ignore the
niggas.
commercial.
Fuck them.
But that's my point. Nobody in America, although we starve or whatever, and we hungry or whatever, and I'm not saying we don't. We do need the food banks.
We have
We
just
do
as
need
much
stuff.
need here.
Yes,
Just like
but
we
there
have
are
just
no
as much
pot
needs.
bro. Okay, let me say there are none. There's less than 1% of America that's a pot belly.
Less than 0.5%.
Yeah, that's a pot belly starving kid. We have in America at the same
Wait.
time.
I don't think it's one.
It's less than 1%. But we have in America at the same time, we have obesity and starvation at the same time.
Yeah.
They ain't got that in Ethiopia. And they don't have obesity and starvation. They have starvation.
I don't think it's one
So-
pot belly starving kid in America.
So it might not be. I don't
Well,
know. I
I
don't
don't
want to say
think so.
it's not because
No,
it
no.
might be.
Because
Because it will look retarded.
it might be 3.
Right. But my
Yeah.
point is,
Yeah.
like,
Our email gonna get flooded
the
with pictures
reason
now.
why that is though is because of the society that we've set up. When you look at somewhere like, let me use South Sudan for example, it's one of the most dangerous countries on earth. The reason why is because niggas don't know where their next meal gonna come from, and shit get real sketch after that. Okay, so what I was saying was, it's all well and good, let nature play out, blase squad, but we a bunch of pussies. Okay, we all soft as fuck. And then when niggas start killing in the street because I gotta eat, pussy niggas ain't gonna know what to do. And the chaos.
So you need to help them. You feel the need to help them.
No.
Why?
I need to help
Why?
them to protect my family
Why?
because
No, you
my
don't.
daughter and your kangaroo.
Wait.
to be daughter
Okay, I got a
is
question.
built
I got a
for
question.
chaos.
I got a question. If it's something that's going to protect you from that chaos or whatever, do you ride with that? What's going to protect you from that chaos?
Yes, but
If
what?
it makes
Okay,
motherfuckers
now,
uncomfortable,
okay,
then
now
no,
this
they're
is
not
my
going to,
question.
though.
Now,
That's the thing.
if it's America that's going to protect you from
They're
that.
not. That's my point.
Then-
The
What
way that
are you
America
talking-
protects you from
Nigga,
that
this-
chaos is social programs.
What are you
Period,
talking
point
No,
about?
I do agree with that. I
No.
agree with that. I agree
You
with that.
think that if you take away these social programs
It's a
and
lot
leave
of
niggas to
motherfuckers
their
that
own
will
No,
never
devices,
survive,
no.
though.
Social programs is dependent on somebody else to feed your family.
Correct, but at the end of the day,
Right.
if we take away social programs, at the end of the day, those people
I don't wanna take
no,
away.
but those people who benefit from
Then
social
you can't
programs
be a
will then
Republican.
get the
No,
rug pulled from underneath them.
Wait, stop.
And then where we at?
No, stop.
They will not be able to survive.
Republicans do not want to take away social.
You and Gerald Republicans don't want to take away social.
No.
Mitch McConnell
Dude.
just stood on the fucking floor of the Senate the
No,
other week
no.
and said, "I don't even know why they got food
But no,
stamps."
but no.
And you want to give them
The-
$600?
Okay, well, let me tell you this.
DeSantis don't give a fuck about unemployment.
It's Democrats or whatever who want you to acknowledge transgender women as women.
What they got to do with social
And
programs?
this is my point. I want them to get to it.
You better get.
This is my point.
Spit.
All right.
Let's
Does
swallow
that
it,
mean that you think the same way that they do? All I'm saying is people that think all kind of ways how you do. See, this is the problem.
Right,
with,
but when you talk about parties, we're talking about tribalism.
This is the problem with labels. When you put a whole bunch of labels into one thing, everybody think
It's
different.
labels. It was
You're not a
issue,
Republican,
period.
bro.
Labels are
Stay
issue.
with
No.
the libertarian thing.
No.
Because
It
the
works
Republican
for
thing
you.
fucking you up.
It works
Because
for you.
saying that
No, because you think of it as all this labels. And that-
Republicans have a platform.
No, it don't.
We wouldn't be the people that we are if we didn't. If
Bro.
labels did not exist, unfortunately.
Parties
No,
have-
labels exist, but it's like
Labels
exist
can I
because
say
of us,
something?
though.
One thing,
But because
one thing.
of us.
No, I don't want you to say shit.
Let me just say one thing.
Bro, listen to
All right.
episode number 1.
No,
in the
how
book.
long we been going? We
Oh,
been
no, we
going
about to
too-
wrap it up. Go ahead.
All right, this is my last thing. All right, like with my label with hoes, I have a specific definition for hoes. This is what hoes do, and that's it. It's not wide spectrum. With the Democratic and Republican shit and liberal and this, it's a wide net. Look, hoes do this. Then what a motherfucking hoe is. I ain't saying no names.
Done.
Hey, what's up, Nisha?
All I'm saying is this. You're not a Republican. Because regardless if you like it or not, parties have platforms. One of the party's platforms for Republicans is reducing as much social programs as they can.
I don't agree.
Blank.
Do you agree with everything Democrats say?
Damn near. Do I agree with everything? No. But I agree with the main pillars of the party.
But it's other shit that you'll be like, what the fuck?
And just for the record, I am not a Democrat. I'm a socialist.
Here's of late, though.
You said you were a Republican. Now, I was cool with that libertarian shit you was talking.
I'm going Republican because I feel like fuck niggas.
I'm done.
What you want to say, Brittany, before we go?
I have nothing.
Bro, listen, podcast episode number 104 in the books. Remember, you can find Bro Listen. Yeah, because last week was 103. Yeah.
And we didn't do last week.
And we didn't do 10. I'm saying the last time we did it was 103.
What? Okay.
I'm pretty sure of it. It's 103. Yeah, it's one. So this is 104.
Okay,
so
just making
Bro
sure.
Listen podcast episode number 104 in the books. You can find Bro Listen on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or anywhere you find your podcast provider.
Correct.
iTunes, Apple. Also, check out Hater Bear Media and all of our podcasts: Southern Tea Podcast, Casting Couch Podcast, Henny on the Rocks Podcast. That's coming back soon with a new co-host.
Flag on the Play.
Flag on the Play Podcast. If you like Jaguars sports talk,
we got one in the works,
and then we got another one.
We got actually
in the
two,
works.
potentially two. We got definitely one. We got potentially two.
Coming out. I'm not going to give the name of that because you niggas like to steal.
True.
And then there's another one. We'll find out tomorrow if they're affiliated with Hater Bear Media or are they a part of Hater Bear Media. And then speaking of affiliated with Hater Bear Media, y'all make sure y'all go check out King Talk.
Absolutely.
If you want to hear more of Tank talk about horse pussies.
Correct.
That being said, we appreciate everybody for coming through. Sorry we missed last week. My equipment is fucked up.
Fatter than a motherfucker.
But it's horse pussy though.
How you gonna judge?
See, you know what? You belong over there with the Republicans. Cause they like shit like that. They like horse pussy. They like little boys. They like shit like that.
You like big dicks or little dicks?
Have you ever
when you watch the porno movie?
Have you ever seen a horse
the
pussy?
Ones with the small dicks or the big dicks?
Please save that for tomorrow for the cast. That shit's gonna be funny.
And then he said he watches the one with the big ones, and I said, "Well, you ain't that straight, is you?" Don't free Joe Exotic. I would. All you niggas screaming free Joe Exotic, you crazy as fuck. Don't free Joe Exotic. Fuck Joe Exotic. Fuck Carol Baskins. Fucking bitch. I saw
You about to say
Tiger.
free Joe Jackson? I think he's dead.
Joe Jackson.
He's dead now.
Joe Jackson need to be in jail.
Joe
if he was
Jackson
still
is-
alive.
I'm about to say
Take
he's
Joe
dead.
Jackson zombie and put him in jail.
Wow.
All right, bro. Listen, this is my final thought.
Final
God
thought.
damn it, I gotta
Take
go.
final thoughts.
Yeah, look here, man. Hey, look, I said fuck the Democrats because I'm sick of their shit, and I don't even like the Republicans. But my thing is, I don't even like the Democrats. So it's like,
Stay libertarian.
what can I do in order to switch this shit? All right. And if I do some shit, will most niggas switch over that shit, and will they have a change on the shit? And I thought, if most niggas vote Democrat, it's not going to be no change to the system. You're going to get Hillary Clinton. You're going to get Joe Biden. You're going to get some pussyfooting motherfucker who don't give a fuck about you. But if niggas switch over to Trump and these Republican motherfuckers, all right, it will fuck up the system. I don't know, for good or for bad. I don't know for what, but I know one thing. If you just keep voting Democrat just because they are the better out of two evils, it's going to be stagnant. It's going to be Barack Obama. Niggas going to keep getting killed, and ain't nobody going to do shit about it, or ain't nobody going to say shit about it, and it's going to be regular. Fuck that shit. I want slavery. I want to buy a couple niggas.
I am gonna buy a nigga.
I want to buy a couple bitches too. Not too young because I'm not a pedophile. I want to buy
Tell
a
us,
bitch.
Milk.
I want to buy a bitch that's at least about 20. God damn it, or whatever. You know, who can work the mouth and pussy the right way. All right.
That's your final thought. You know what I heard, Brittany? You know what I heard when he started talking? As soon as Tank started talking, and he was like, "God damn, I'm done with the Democrats." You know what I heard after that? Who is that nigga on that dad? Your daddy will burn the house, burn the sheets in this damn house. You know he had a nigga in there sleeping in his house.
Didn't see that movie.
Shit,
But I
hot
know what you're
dogs.
talking
You ain't seen Django?
Got 2 more days.
I don't watch a lot. I really don't watch a lot of TV and movies.
You ain't never seen Django?
Nope.
We gotta have a movie night.
And I have no interest.
What was the
in
movie
that.
the other day you said you ain't see that was black as fuck?
Set It Off.
I've never seen Crooklyn.
She ain't never seen Crooklyn.
Nope.
You seen Set It Off?
Yeah, I have.
You don't watch movies.
I'm not a movie watcher. I'm not a TV person, to be honest with you, but I'm not a
Final
movie
thought,
watcher.
Brittany.
Final thought is fuck y'all.
Accurate.
Other than that, I really don't have a final. No, I do. Thank you,
Damn,
Tank.
I thought I was about to say best final
Tank,
thought
I
you
think me
ever
and Tank
had.
had a good sparring match earlier today.
I hope people still
that
listening
shit
past
felt
that.
good
That
as
was
fuck.
ridiculous.
Actually, that felt good as fuck. Other than
I couldn't say that your opinion was dumb as fuck this time. It was all right.
we didn't get to a lot of shit today, but the governor of Florida said that sunlight kills the coronavirus. Yet you shut down all the parks and the beaches for a month. I'm gonna let y'all ponder on that for a minute. Take other than that, fuck bitches get money. Yo. The governor said that sunlight kills the coronavirus.
He did.
He said it.
For my final thought, you know what? Cuz said something about as he researches into things, he becomes more of a
Is that
naturist.
some draws? Oh, never
Me
mind.
and Cuz always have these deep intellectual debates about a lot of things. Real deep, scientific, intellectual debates. And you know what I realized the other day about the universe? Everything dies.
Yeah.
The universe gonna die.
Yeah.
Your black ass gonna die.
Yeah.
Your white ass
Probably
gonna
for the
die.
real universe.
Your baby gonna die. Your grandma, everybody gonna die, bro. Everything dies. So, that knowledge in hand, you have to take and look at this shit with a grain of salt and realize while you're here, you could choose to do whatever the fuck you want. You could be a help. You could be a hurt.
Or
you could be a
rapist.
killer. You could be a rapist. You could be whatever the fuck you want to be.
Serial killer.
I'm not saying none of it is right or wrong because that's all subjective. But what I am saying is you could be whatever you want. So if Tank want to be a motherfucking Republican, he could be a motherfucking
He could be a
Republican.
kangaroo if he wants
Do it
to.
matter?
That's what I was just about to say. Do it matter? That's what y'all have to decide in y'all head. Do it matter? Because that's also subjective. What matters to people is subjective. Because I care about a lot of shit. And I know a lot of people don't care about a lot of shit. But I'll give you an example. When Tank brought up J.J. Abrams and how good of a director he is, I said, I don't like the nigga. Tank said, why? Everything he touches good. I said, Star Trek. Immediately, Tank said, fuck him. Why? Because we mutually care about Star Trek. And he ruined it. So, what do you mutually care about? Figure that out and find your J.J. Abrams. Somehow, you niggas need to figure out how Trump or Hillary or whoever the fuck you hate is your J.J. Abrams. Trump is my J.J. Abrams. I like the government. He fucked it up for me.
Cloverfield. Lost.
Star Trek 1, 2, and 3, the motion pictures.
Westworld.
Star Trek. Fuck is that? That's not Star Trek. I don't know what the
No,
fuck he did in
J.J.
Star
Abrams.
Trek.
Bro, in Westworld, he had shit that in season 2 that connect back to like season
yeah.
1, episode
Yeah.
2
He
of the
do,
shit.
yeah,
It's
I done
crazy.
seen all of them. Shit good. Then he made Captain Kirk the way he was in Star Trek. Okay. All right. Do I have to get on Khan? God. Anywho, Spock was trash. Then he fucked up Lieutenant Uhura.
Let it go.
Huh?
All right, bro. Listen, 365, 24/9. We grind.
You
We
better
do a
get it
Black
right,
History
bitch.
person. Tank, who your Black History figure?
My Black History figure for
Shit.
this week, I was watching some shit. I've been watching a lot of shit about Dennis Rodman. Hey, look, Dennis Rodman was Young Thug before.
He was fucking hoes.
He really was
in
Young Thug before
1990.
Young Thug.
But I think Young Thug is really gay. But Dennis Rodman ain't gay. If he was gay, he would have told y'all, yeah, I fucked this nigga. Dennis Rodman was fucking so many bitches in the 90s and the 80s. It's crazy. And he was authentically himself.
As
And that's hard to do, even as a real nigga out
as
here in these
Anthony
streets.
pulls up his OnlyFans
Hey,
subscription
shit
while he's
gotta
getting
work.
a Black History person.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna do a shout out to Sudan for finally in 2020 criminalizing
Sudan.
for criminalizing female genitalia mutation.
Mutilation.
Mutilation.
Yes, they did do
in,
that.
in 2020. Yeah.
They did do that.
Africa.
I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah, so for those who don't know about the history of female genitalia mutilation,
Put them on.
the history of it in Africa, y'all do need to research that and look that up. That is a thing, and it took to 2020 for them to find for one country,
Female
for
genital-
one of the countries
Udonis
to
in the
finally
house.
start
Udonis.
to
That
outlaw
pussy done
that.
been mutilated?
No.
All right.
Muslim. That's a Muslim thing,
Oh, that's a
right?
Muslim thing.
Oh, it's a Sudanese
It's a,
thing?
no, it's not.
No.
Not just in Sudan.
No,
though.
I know, but when I was born in Sudan, they actually did that. Like a lot of my cousins that were born in Sudan, it happened to them. The only reason my mom didn't do it to me is because one of my cousins almost died.
Wait. All right, I know this is the last thing or whatever, but they just do it just to do it.
It's
Yeah,
circumcision.
y'all should look
That's
it
all
up.
is. It's just a female.
Oh, it's circumcision.
They
But for
circumcise-
females,
but for
if
females,
they cut the lips,
they cut the lips.
Well, they do have that cosmetic surgery here where they cut your lips off to make the pussy look pretty.
nah, they ain't making it look pretty. They make it look worse so that men don't want them, right, or something like that.
Why would you want not? Why, as a father, why would you want a man not to want your daughter?
I don't know, bro.
We gotta get into this later.
Yeah, I about to say
we'll
I
get
don't
into this
understand
later.
these weird ass African customs.
It's flesh, it's the lip. So every time she has like intercourse, that's how it's stretched.
Y'all go look that shit
I'm
up.
gonna ask about this
Also,
later.
If your lips are cut off, you can only orgasm once.
Yes.
You can't multiply.
It's limited.
Y'all go look that shit up. I think it's horrible.
looking this shit up.
And it's one of the most heinous. It's one of the most heinous things. There's a documentary about it from NPR, PBS, from about 5, 6,
Because if
7
it's
years
just
ago.
like circumcision, I don't
No,
think
it's
it's that bad.
not. You got to watch the documentary about it.
problem. I know they
There's a incredible documentary about it from PBS. Y'all go check that out.
They talk about circumcision, but I'm glad that my dick look pretty. How it's acceptable in America.
And
Only
if
because
anybody
you're
wants,
American.
and if anybody want to know about
that's
that,
where I live.
But the only reason they do it for guys is because it's biblical. That's the only reason.
I don't
guys
care.
are.
This
It's a
was
covenant
acceptable
between-
in society.
But if anybody want to see Tank's pretty dick, please send an email to Bro Listen
No,
podcast at
this ain't that
gmail.com, and we will gladly send you a pic. No
I'm
problem.
doing the OnlyFans. Y'all send the right amount of money, I'll put that dick out there.
Jack Anthony, who's your
With
black
baby oil.
who's your Black History person of fact?
My Black History person this week is Stacey Abrams, because as much as niggas
We don't know about her.
niggas don't know shit about Stacey Abrams. I personally don't like Stacey Abrams. There's reasons why I don't like Stacey Abrams. But as much as niggas think that Joe Biden is gonna pick her, he ain't. He ain't gonna pick her because don't nobody like her. Stacey Abrams comes off as a bitch. She Black Hillary Clinton. So why would he pick Black Hillary Clinton? He might as well pick white Hillary Clinton. He'll do better. Stacey Abrams is not a good politician. She's not good at her job. That she didn't even win. She ain't the one, bro. That being said, if he picked Kamala Harris, I'm with it.
My daddy said that's not gonna happen.
You'll
Kamala?
Fuck, you'll fuck
That's what
Kamala?
he was-
It's
that's
only
what- he
okay.
gave the reason why.
You'll fuck Kamala?
I
I
slide.
gotta remember why.
It's only.
I fuck
So if
Stacey.
Joe Biden say I'm gonna pick a woman and I'm gonna pick a woman of color, there's only so many women of color
I know.
that's in
I gotta
politics.
I gotta
He
remember
ain't
why he
picking
told me.
Corrine. He ain't picking Auntie Matt.
I ain't even
We
get
didn't
into
even get to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk about it, but I don't even like him saying that I'm going to pick a woman.
They painted him in.
I don't
corner.
like that shit.
It's out of context when he said it, but
It's similar to the whole
he
Tank.
ain't picking Condoleezza because Condoleezza don't rock with him like
It's
that.
similar to the whole Tank situation when they painted him to a corner about him being like, if you fuck twice,
Yeah,
nigga twice,
they
then you
painted
gay.
him in a corner.
Do you like a nigga saying I'm going to pick a woman for this position?
Did you see when he said it though?
I don't like that
they
shit.
painted him and Bernie in a corner.
Okay.
The reporter lady painted them in a corner where they had to say yeah. If they
They
would've
have
said-
to say yeah.
If they would have said no, they would. They
No.
would've never
No,
lost the campaign.
this is what you could have said. If it's a qualified person or whatever, then I will pick that woman.
The only difference,
But I'm
is-
not picking them
The
if
only
they're
one
not qualified over a man.
But then they would have spun it and said, so you don't think that women are not qualified.
That's-
Then I would.
That's what they were
Then
gonna
I
do.
would see this.
But
is
that's
why,
what they were gonna
this
do.
is why the certain people are like Trump and shit in the social media shit. Because then I would have said, I'm not saying that, you bitch.
Well, see,
But see, I'm all about picking the best person that's qualified for the job, whether
Yeah.
they're female or male. Don't pick me because I'm a female. Don't do that.
Let me tell you what the problem is.
Because
the
that
problem
means you're
is
glazing over anything any of my qualifications.
the problem is this: Joe Biden and the Democrats are retarded, and they're gonna stand on what they said. If Donald Trump said that, then when they said, "Oh, you picking Mike Pence," I thought you said you was gonna pick a woman. You know what Trump would have said? I ain't say that.
Oh, yeah.
And then just kept it moving.
He said
But
no.
Joe Biden and the Democrats, they still hold people to they still have morals.
That liberal shit.
Same reason why right now, as a presidential candidate, we don't have Al Franken, who was a goddamn good politician. And we don't have...
Probably could have been president.
Yes, and we don't have Al Franken because he took a picture with a bitch with his
This
hand
why
on the
Republicans-
titties.
Bro, listen,
whatever, and they
podcast
made him
number
look good.
104 in the
we had 2 hours.
books.
Don't shut me up because you don't want to hear about Al
We had 2
Franken.
hours.
Nah,
All right,
nah.
well, we still going. Goddamn it. Motherfucking Al Franken. Look, that shit pissed me off
Was
so
y'all-
much. Goddamn it.
The horrible decision. I agree with Cole on this one. You can't kick Al Franken out the party because of a picture he took when he was a comedian. That's dumb as fuck.
I don't like Stacey Abrams coming out talking about I don't believe the bitch either or whatever about Joe Biden and shit or whatever. You ain't even heard. I mean, what you know about this shit?
Well, they know more than we do. I don't believe the bitch.
But I don't.
This
know.
is like
I don't know.
90% of Trump's accusers. Okay,
But see,
most of Trump's accusers is
But
cap.
see, this is what happened.
I don't like
if
when
a
shit
bitch
like
come
this
out
come
saying if a bitch come out and say Trump touched my pussy, Democrats gonna automatically believe her. But then when there's a bitch that come out and say Biden touched my pussy, bitches are like, all right, what's the story?
No, I don't. When the bitches came out and
Hypocrites.
said, when the bitches came out and said
Hypocrites.
Trump touched my pussy, I was like,
Aight.
that's what I said.
No, I'm not talking about you, cuz. I'm talking about most in what they call it, media and shit.
Well, media gonna run with it.
That's what I'm saying. But they're not running with the Joe Biden shit. Most of them is like, well, who is this bitch?
But
They
see, the only
asking
reason,
questions.
the only reason they not running,
CNN asking questions.
the only reason they not running with the Joe Biden thing is because the Joe Biden thing already came up when he got picked for VP, and it came up when he ran for Senate.
I heard the bitch talk, and I don't know if she lying because I heard the bitch talk, and I don't know, she may be, but I'm treating it the same way.
Man, Joe Biden raped that girl, man. He did it because he like smell bitches' hair and shit.
All the bitches.
He did it. Yeah, he did it. He was on the island with Epstein.
Aight.
That being said, y'all better vote for him.
All right,
'Cause-
Brittany got some dick on the way.
I actually just want to go home, go get my
Well,
food.
go home.
I got movie night.
What up,
tonight.
Brand Nation?
Oh, that was your Donis, y'all. So yeah.
that corny ass voice.
What up, bro nation?
Sound
Back
like-
in the building.
Sound like
We
Doug.
doing this shit kind of late.
Who doing what late? I told you go home. I just keep the podcast going. If I shut the board down, it might not cut back on
Exactly,
anyways.
nigga.
As we say every week, all power to the people. Peace. Oh no, you didn't. All power to the people. Peace.
You a hater, hater bear.